I'm fucking laughing. All right. Welcome to Head Wrecked, the show where we sometimes talk about the things that are wrecking our head and the things that are wrecking your head. I am John Bird, as always, and with me, as always, is Alan. Say hi, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Oh, it's been so long since we did that. Too long. So they can get us on all the socials, can't they, Alan? And all the emails and all those kinds of things. They know
So,
already.
because we haven't done this in quite a while, I'm going to put you in, but
Yeah,
can you remember what the email address is?
I can. It is the lads. That's us. The lads at headwrecked.com. And the
And on our
socials, I can.
socials, head_rect.
That's right. Yeah. On Insta. And I think, is it Head Wreck Podcast on Facebook? I'm not sure. They're all linked together. You'll find us from them. Anyway, so there you go. It's been too long, isn't that it? And that's whose fault? It was probably mostly my fault, to be honest, because I'm a terrible person and loads going on. We both had loads going on. I
We
had
have,
ups and
yeah.
downs of emotions. So did you. There was some days I wasn't able to do it, and that's slightly head wrecking. And, when you can't do it, you can't do it. But here we are.
But also, I think during the summer when the kids are off, you kind of your whole routine goes out the window anyway.
Yeah.
Now that it's October, the kids are back at least a month,
I can't
so
believe it's
hopefully we can start
October.
doing a bit more.
Yes,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, and that's not to say we didn't try and do one. We actually did one, but it never saw fruition of life because when I was editing back, I realized I don't know, just I don't know. It wasn't one I wanted to put out there. Do you know what I mean? It was,
That's
and it
what
was
she
what day
said.
was what day was it, Alan? It was the day that Oasis announced their comeback. Do you remember? And we were all
That's
excited
right.
because we were like, our comeback. And then we didn't actually release the episode.
No,
So
but
there you
but we
go.
did get tickets. We did get
But
tickets.
we did, well, thanks to
Let's
you.
rephrase that. Yeah,
Thanks
I
to
got the
you.
tickets for
Thanks to
all of
you.
us.
You got to now. Okay, so let's talk about no, it's people have kind of they've talked about. Did you see, right? So speaking of the Oasis tickets and the debacle that is the price surging and what did they call it? What was the price in what did they call it?
In
Uh,
demand
uh,
pricing, I think something like that, is it?
yeah, or something like that. The way it goes up and down depending
Yeah.
on the demand, which it was kind of annoying, right? Because it was priced at one and they're being
Yeah.
investigated and that kind of thing. So hopefully that kind of thing won't happen again. If you're not an Oasis fan, we apologize.
But
Myself
we
and
might give an
Alan.
away. We might give away an Oasis ticket.
Do you think?
Yeah, we might.
Okay,
We'll
now
see.
you just remember Alan said that, okay, listeners, that we might give an away, give, I can't give it away now. We might give away an Oasis ticket for real. So we're talking about the Irish show,
Yes.
in which
No
is
flights or accommodation included.
no, no, no. You get fuck
Or
all with the
ticket
Oasis
included.
ticket. You
You get
get
a
the gig.
CD really
Yeah,
loudly.
as long as they don't cancel before then. But did
That's
you
why I took an
notice?
insurance, so it's all right.
Well, do you think? Okay, right. Well, we'll come back to that. But did you think that? I thought it was really interesting that
Dynamic pricing.
dynamic. That's the word it was. Dynamic pricing. They didn't
I'm
do
choking. Sorry.
dynamic pricing on the American tickets that they just announced this
But
week.
did you not hear that? There was some like 25,000 fake ones were put online though.
Well, okay, I didn't hear that, but the reason why I'm wondering is the reason why they didn't do dynamic pricing is because they're not that big in America, and there
Yeah, I'm
wouldn't have
surprised
been
they
the
did. Yeah.
demand. There wouldn't have been that
Yeah.
demand that you had here. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone wants to
Yeah.
see them here. And look, I know there's a bit of a stigma, isn't there, with this whole, Oasis ticket thing. Look, anyone listening to this now who's not an Oasis fan, you can't tell me that you don't sing along to Wonderwall or all that kind of Live Forever when it comes on, at a party. You
Or
do.
girls and boys or common people or anything like that. All
Blur, that's
Oasis is
Pulp. Yeah, 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 yeah.
that
You're
was the
kicking it
joke,
off now.
John.
I know, I know. And the whole Blur and Pulp thing, or sorry, Blur and Oasis thing. I don't know. I like both of them. I actually think I prefer more Oasis songs than I do Blur songs. I
So
think.
it's interesting. So I was always
I think.
a hardcore Oasis fan,
Yeah.
but in the last kind of couple of years, I actually
You
started
had the
listening to some
hair
of
to
the
show
Blur
it as well,
songs. I
everybody. He
did, I
had the
did, I
hair.
did.
He had the Oasis hair. Yeah.
Uh, I kind of still, I still have on my hair, so
Mm,
we're good to go.
yeah.
But I've listened to Blur songs more recently, and I have to say the songwriting and everything in them is excellent. I actually really like a lot of Blur songs. I re-listen to them like, oh wow, okay, I prefer this than some of Oasis songs. Which
Yeah.
30 years ago, I would have went, Alan, shut up, you fucking dickhead. How
Yeah, I
dare you
know.
insult Oasis?
But I'd never thought it was fair to pitch them against each other because they're very different. I just realized we're wearing kind of the same color jumper as well, mustardy orange. But they're very, very
Welcome to
different.
the 70s.
Yeah, I know, 100%. We should have cigarettes out of our hands and everything. But they were very different bands. They're very different sounds. Blur went for the kind of fun loving, and Oasis went for the opposite of that. So there was no real competition as far as I'm concerned. There was more other bands that
No.
could have been in competition with them, like Pulp,
I,
like
I, I went to
Manic
see
Street
Coldplay a
Preachers.
couple of weeks ago. I went to see Coldplay
Ah,
a couple of weeks ago.
yes, yes, yes. Was it good?
Excellent gig. Unbelievable. Like, I'm not a Coldplay fan. And what I mean by
Mm,
that is, like, I bought the tickets because herself wants to go, and I wouldn't buy albums or proactively listen to them. If they're on the radio, I wouldn't turn them off, but I wouldn't search
mm.
for them on Spotify, you know.
No, well, their
But if,
earlier stuff, their newer stuff I don't like as
yeah,
much, but their
yeah,
first four albums I liked.
that's way too many albums. I didn't realize they had four. But anyway, the that gives you an idea of. But if they came over again, I'd actually happily go again. But what really
Yeah,
wrecked my head about the gig though was the people who were at it who were just full on conversation in the middle of songs, like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, yeah.
Full conversation. And behind me, and they were like, oh, when we got the train and they didn't have any tea. And Margaret was like, she was coming for a cup of tea. And I was like, Jesus
Come for a
Christ.
cup of
Yeah,
tea
yeah, coming
in
for
the
a cup
middle
of
of
tea.
yellow when there's all other couples
It
fucking
was,
hugging
it
and
was.
what? And
Yeah,
they're
and I
all
was
like
like,
hugging and crying and they're like, Jesus, the fucking sure the tea was barely warm. It wasn't even
and it
wet.
was only the one tea bag
I
I got.
know, I
Sir,
know.
would it have killed them to give
I
me the
know,
second
I
one?
know. That is a pet peeve of mine, people talking through gigs. Now, I'm not saying I've never talked through a gig. Of course I have, but I whisper. I go to the
Lady
level that's
Gaga.
appropriate.
Now, I'm going to
No,
pull this out. Hang on a second.
no,
Myself,
no,
John,
I
and
don't
James,
even know
we
where.
saw Lady Gaga
Yeah, we
many
did.
years ago.
We
Did I
did.
get
We
did I
did.
get cheap tickets? I think I might have gotten cheap
You
tickets.
had you
Did,
I think you
did we
won
go
the
to Britney
tickets on a
Spears as
radio
well?
station.
We
No,
went to
Britain.
we saw Britney Spears again
No,
as well.
no,
But
no.
I went. Anyway,
Oh,
I think I got
no. You
I
won
used to get
tickets
a lot
on
of
a
free
radio
tickets.
station and you were like, "Do you want to come?" And we're like, "Fuck it, let's go." At least that's what you
And
told me that you won them. Is it different? Did
I
you
may have
actually
bought
win
them. I
them?
may have bought. I can't remember. I can't remember. Either way, I had my fun. That's all that matters. Is I
I
remember a
enjoyed
girl
it.
turn around to me and went, "Will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to this." Do you remember her? Do you remember that?
But like we got surprisingly close to the stage though. Do you remember?
And
To
we
the
were like
left.
12
Yeah.
pints in each at
Oh,
that stage, in fairness.
we were, to be fair, we were, and we were way too old to be at that concert as well. We got way too close to the stage. You just know those fans behind
We
us
were
going, Are
like
you
four people
having a
deep
flag?
away from
I,
her.
honest to God, you could see through her top practically.
But the thing was, that was at a time we weren't sure if Lady Gaga was a guy or a girl at the time. So it was a risky wank in the middle of the Tree Arena going, can I get away with this one? Do you know, it's like, because if she is a
I
girl, it's
know.
fine. If not, then yeah, we're kind of screwed. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. How'd you get on to Lady Gaga? How'd you get talking about that? Yeah, we've been to a good few gigs, to be fair, haven't we?
We have. We've
Yeah.
gone to lots of
Slane.
gigs, lots of
Slane
gigs.
was good. That was good. We saw Oasis in Slane.
But it's supported by the Prodigy. That was
Prodigy,
excellent.
the Prodigy were way better than Oasis though at that gig. They were so
They
good.
were
They should
unbelievable,
have been the other way
unbelievable.
around. Yeah, yeah.
But we
Uh,
do something that ironically has actually linked into something that I wanted to speak about after being at the Coldplay gig was something that really, really wrecks my head. It happens in cinemas. It happens on buses, and this is what I'm talking about. But you know when you're walking along the seated aisle and the people make the littlest effort to move out of the way. You're
yeah,
like, can
yeah,
you stand up or something? They're like, they
yeah,
move their knees left by like an inch. And like, I still can't fucking flip back. Then they're kicking over their drinks on the ground. You're like,
yeah.
just fucking move your
And it's
knees.
worse when you're in the stadium in it was Lansdowne Road, wasn't it? No, or is it even called that anymore? I don't even know what it's
Croke,
called.
Croke
Croke.
Park,
Yeah,
Croke
yeah,
Park.
yeah. It's worse
Probably
there
Viva, the other
because
one
like
is.
the seat just does that flap up and that's it. Nothing else budges or moves. You're wedged into that tiny. And were you up on the nosebleeders up high or?
Yeah, I was. We do actually really good seats in fairness because they were covered. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was at the Hogan stand, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they're better actually, the higher up ones rather than in the middle. You see more, but yes,
Unless you're in the middle of the aisle and trying to get out.
yeah. Well, we went to see Beetlejuice recently, and it was funny. So it wasn't packed, right? But the seats in front of us, there were all the seats were, the reclining seats.
This is
So
Wexford Cinema now, I'm assuming, is it?
yeah, Wexford Cinema, yeah, and
A
all
decent,
this.
decent cinema?
Yeah, they're all
How
reclining
many
seats. Do you
screens?
remember you used to have to pay a premium for that? You don't. It's just the ticket. That's the season. There are two
I'm sure
cinemas.
they're not just broken and
No,
just fall
definitely not.
backwards.
So there are two cinemas. There's an Omniplex and there's an
Oh,
Arc.
okay.
So we went to the Arc, and all the seats in the Arc are reclining. So uh, because they recline when they're fully seated, they're actually quite high. So there was
Mm.
nobody sitting in the seats in front of us. So I reached through and pressed the button so that the ones in front of us were reclined, which gave us a full view of the screen. Do you know what I
I
mean?
think you someone was on it. They just would have
No,
reached around and pushed the
no.
button. Like,
And I was like, oh my
Timmy, no,
God, that's
Timmy, no.
everyone's like, I could see people looking at me going, oh, that's actually really a good idea. Because then loads of other people on the rows beside us start doing the same thing because they had the same problem. But then all the late people came in and
Oh
had to try and
no.
get to their seats, and every seat was fucking horizontal like a bed, and they're falling. It was
They're
so
like going,
funny.
is this some sort of a
I
sex
know, they're like,
orgy
what's going? Because
screening
some
of
of them didn't
Beetlejuice?
realize there were reclining seats, and they were like, what's happening? Why are the seats beds? It was brilliant. It was very
I've
funny.
never used a recliner seat.
They're nice, but it's only nice if the people in front of you are reclining as well. Otherwise, you're
But
just looking at the roof, lying down.
I am not afraid of the people before you weren't like fingering each other and they're just covered like sticky juice. It's like, no way the
No,
floors are sticky in
that's
the
why you
cinema.
recline. Yeah.
The seats are sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still, are they not no,
No, the cinema in Wexford is
dipping
very
your
clean,
knuckles.
Alan. I don't know what cinema you're going to in Dublin, but it's very
Any
clean.
Dublin cinema, the floors are
I
sticky.
haven't. I don't know when. I don't know what the last
I
time.
know. It was in
Oh, I do.
Rathmines was the
I
last
do.
time.
The last time, it wasn't
Was
with
that
you.
Deadpool? Was that Deadpool?
No, 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 no. I
Oh no, that
saw
would have been 2009
oh,
when
that
I
was
saw
ages
Deadpool.
ago. No, it wasn't. The last one I saw, actually, it was really funny because we went to Stella, the really nice fancy cinema
Oh
in,
yeah, yeah.
and went to see what's that movie where they can't talk? Uh,
Oh, Bird Box.
no, the other one before that, the monsters, they all have to be quiet. Oh,
I know. Yeah, I know.
you
Yeah,
know the
I
one
know.
with your
Don't. Yeah,
man from
I
The
haven't
Office
seen
in
it.
it?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I know. And they run across the bridge, and then the child gets stolen,
Yes, yes,
and then
yes,
in the
yes.
end, it
Yeah.
turns out it was a dream. That one.
What? Spoiler alert.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know if that is
anyway,
the end, by the way. Yeah,
it's
yeah,
silent throughout most of the movie, but the sound actually did break. And there was about 20 minutes of the movie where people didn't realize, and we all didn't realize that the sound
yeah.
was actually broken and they had to rewind it. True story. There you go. So we didn't even realize. We're just like, wow, they're really good at not making any sound. Ah, turns out the sound is not moving. That was head wrecking. We had to watch 20 minutes of the movie again. Anyway,
It's
there you
called
go.
A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. That's it. Yeah, yeah. A really good movie. Yeah,
I
yeah.
Google that there.
Yes, I can see that. So, Alan, what else has been wrecking your head? I tell you what wrecked my head today,
Go for it.
or what wrecks my head in general. Now, I'm not going to go into specifics because I can't, but wrecks my head in general. Passive aggressive emails. Got one today. Made me a bit
I do
unhappy.
enjoy them,
I, mm, I
but
don't
I do it
know.
in
It
such a
kind
way
of got under my
where you
skin a
wouldn't.
little bit
Okay,
because
fair
I was
enough.
like, you're being nice, but I know you're not being nice because you're not being nice, but you're being nice. And I'm really
I'd be more
annoyed.
direct, more so than passive aggressive. I think more
Yeah,
so.
no, I was equally passive aggressive in my response, I will admit. But you see, I've
Was it from
learned.
Amazon.co.uk? How
Yeah,
dare they tell me my
yeah,
order's on its way? Who the fuck do they think they
yeah.
are? Send me pictures of
No,
it. I know what
no,
I
no,
ordered. I know what it looks
no,
like.
no. I won't. I'm
Automated,
not going to
John.
go
They're
into
automated.
specifics. But yeah, no. I was passive aggressive back, but it annoyed me because do you know what? That's what wrecks my head about myself is things like that get in on me, and I have to compose myself and
Yeah,
my
yeah.
response and take time and walk away from it and think about it, and then obviously ask my wife if my response was good, and she said it was, so I did it. There you go, done,
And
out
then
of
what
my
about the
head.
email?
But
Did she respond to? Did she say your response to email was good as well?
yeah, yeah, that was about the only thing she says that I do is good, to be honest. All the rest is shite. She's going to kill me now when she hears me saying that. I love you. Right, that's my little thing that really, really got under my skin
I'm
earlier
actually
on
going to put.
today. So,
I want to put up a message that we actually got sent on our Instagram. Like we have
mhm.
like 4 followers, so we can probably figure out which one of those four it is. I don't know how many followers we have, and
Oh,
it's actually
oh,
very,
hold on,
very
hold on,
simple.
hold on. We
Yeah,
just lost one.
yeah. Sorry, that was me. I clicked on follow by mistake. Sorry. So somebody put this in saying being asked for your email address instead of giving you a receipt. Totally get that. I don't.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Yeah, like Rex my head. Like it's quicker. Give me the receipt.
Yeah.
I'm going
Well,
to throw it in the bin anyway.
I hate being asked for my receipt anyway. It's like just give it to me. You're supposed to give it to me. Just give it to me. Do
Yeah.
you want a receipt?
It
Press
dep-
print.
well, it
Just give me the.
depends. Yeah.
No, but they should.
No.
And I used to think that, right? So there's two things I'm going to say. I used to think that receipts don't matter, but I was in a supermarket a couple of weeks ago and I bought meat and the meat was gone off and I didn't press print the receipt, so there was
Yeah.
nothing I could do,
I had that
which was
exact
really
issue
annoying.
with I can I'm gonna say um
Name and shame. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Go, 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 go. It must
Tesco.
be really
So
bad if you're afraid to
no,
say it.
no,
It
no, no,
rhymes with
no. Just
it rhymes with mesco.
they had a right to reply on this, so we're okay, just from a libelous point of view. Is
Whoa, whoa.
I bought food from them. I actually bought like like you can get the pre-made lasagnas. I actually bought
Yeah.
two of them pre-made chicken curry, and then I got a pizza. One of the lasagnas was moldy, and one of the pizzas was
Ugh.
moldy. So I got on to them and
Ugh.
said, "Hey, they've turned
The two
moldy."
of them moldy, like, yeah, it's
And they were
weird.
like, "Well, can you send us your receipt?" I'm like,
They're like,
"No,
you
because
got the one with the Rockford blue cheese on it,
yeah,
you
exactly, yeah,
dick.
yeah, yeah." But I said, "No, I don't have the receipt." They're like, "Oh well, I'm like, well, here's a picture of it in your packaging, unopened, with your barcode and everything. You can clearly see that
Yeah,
it came from Tesco." They're like, "Well, without your receipt, we
yeah,
can't help you with anything." I was like, "You bunch of fucking dicks." I'm
yeah,
going. I was like, I didn't take a receipt, and I absolutely get what you said there in terms of it
mm,
depends what I'm buying.
yeah.
So certain things I'll buy, yes, I want a receipt. Other stuff, I'm like, no, it's grand. Like, oh, my milk keeps going up. Maybe it's my fridge.
Yeah, it might, if you're milky, yeah, it might be.
The
But
fridge is
there,
the one which washes the dishes, isn't it?
yeah, it's the one. They're all white. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see your point. Like, the what you're saying about the email, receipt. There's only one place I've ever gone that has asked me, do I want an email receipt? And that was Halfords.
I was going to say Halfords.
It was
So
Halfords.
they're
That's the only
told to
place that's
ask.
done it. Yeah.
They have a special KPI to reach. No, what a special K, PI, special K.
Yeah, but I haven't been bombarded with spam emails because I suppose for me to give my email, I would have to agree to that, which hasn't happened. So it kind of doesn't matter, I suppose, then. It's probably better because that's one thing that wrecks my head with receipts, right? So, you know the way if you buy stuff before Christmas, for example, some people like
Yeah,
you buy stuff months and months before,
I
right?
do. Yeah, yeah.
So you have the receipts, but the receipt, the paper that the receipt's on, the writing fades really, really quickly. So if you have to bring it
Receipts are
back, it
carcinogens, by
may
the way, just so you know.
they're what?
Carcinogens. They're cancer causing receipts are if you hold them in your hands. I was reading up a thing. And I'm not, I've said this before. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I've
What?
done enough reading. Yeah. Same as paper
I'm
straws.
not a
Paper straws as
conspiracy
well.
theorist, but
Same as paper straws. They've come out saying is the glue to hold paper
yes, I
straws
did
together.
see that about
Yeah.
the glue on the paper straws. So yeah, screw you, people who think you're making a difference with just
So what
a
I just do
straw.
is I actually roll up the receipts now and
Just
drink sugar.
use, yeah, just eat them.
Yeah.
We're all going to die anyway.
No, but
Um,
like, but the thing is, I buy something. If I buy an appliance, I keep the receipt, and I'm going to put. And this wrecks my head because it's my own stupidity. I'm going to put it here. It's nice and safe.
mm,
A year later, I need a receipt. I'm like, I've no idea where I put it.
well, I've started photographing them, but then
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, I've
issue
done
is
that before.
trying to
Yeah.
find the photograph of the receipt. So maybe the email receipt thing is probably
Oh
not
yeah,
such a bad
yeah.
idea. Do you know, if everywhere did it, it would make sense.
But it depends on what it's for. It's like I went in and bought like a sponge, and they're like, it was a car washing sponge, just to clarify this. And they said, "Can I have your email address?" I'm like, I don't even want a receipt. Like it's a fucking
No,
sponge. I'm
it's
not going to
going to
bring it
last
back.
one wash and then it's going to be
Yeah.
filled. Even if it's shitty when you take it out of the packet, I'm still going to wash the car with it.
Like,
But what
yeah.
if every purchase the receipt just automatically went to your email? Is that maybe that's a thing in countries? It's not here though, or am I being stupid? Do you know, like
No,
every
no,
time,
yeah, yeah.
like if I go to Tesco, for example, use my Tesco club card, they have all that info anyway, right?
Good
So
point. Yeah, yeah,
just
good
just
point.
automatically
Yeah,
send a receipt, no?
good point. And same as like Decathlon. If you ever you know the Decathlon stores, they'll take you. Oh, I've
The
sent them off. I
what?
can
The
see
what store?
Decathlon, the Decathlon stores. They're sports
Catalan.
stores.
What the fuck
The
is cat?
Decathlon, the Decathlon, as in 10. The
Oh,
Decathlon,
I thought you were
the
saying the.
Decathlon. No, yeah, the
What?
Decathlon.
What is this store? I've never heard of it.
It's like a general lifestyle. Do you know the way? Or
No,
it's a big
that
sports
gives me
store.
even less information. You know,
It's a big sports store.
what
They
questions are
sell
they going to
sports
ask at the
things.
table quiz? General knowledge, specifically. You know, like that really narrows it down.
No, but you don't know what lifestyle is.
But that could be
Lifestyle
anything.
Sports, the
My
store. You
lifestyle
remember
is very
Lifestyle Sports?
different than your lifestyle sports. Yes, it has the
The
word
store, that's what I'm talking
sports
about.
in it, so I know it's a sports shop, so I never go
And
in.
decathlon, I'm
But if,
pretty sure, is a sports related term. You run a decathlon or
yeah,
do
I've
a
heard the
decathlon.
name, but I don't know what it is.
Anyway, it is
Yes,
a
sorry.
sports paraphernalia store that sells
Or-
every like they sell weird shit.
Yeah.
Like they sell shuttlecocks in one aisle,
Okay.
and then they sell like boogie boards in another one,
This is
then
like
rollerblades
53
and
degrees
horse
north
riding
shop
stuff.
for
Yeah,
sports. I
same
get you now.
idea.
I get you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Uh,
what's really interesting, and I actually kind of like this, is going when you buy stuff, you don't scan anything. They have an RFID box, which is a basket. So as you put the stuff in it, it automatically scans so it knows what you have. And then you go up, you put your basket in there and goes, this is what you've bought. Purchase goes to your email address. It's actually very clever.
I love that. That's like the Amazon shops, isn't it? Didn't it have some of them in England or somewhere and they
Oh,
canceled them or something? Yeah, where
they
you
check
just
your
walk
weight.
in, but people
Yeah.
were like robbing them blind, which I totally get. Like, I don't know how they didn't see that coming.
If I was going, because I think a wage on your way in, a wage on your way out, so it knew if you were doing something. I'd store my shit for like 2 days, go in, take a huge shit in the corner of the shop, and then I know that's
I knew you
probably
were going to say this.
we have to.
No,
It's
I
probably about
would
a half
wear
a kilo's
10
worth of
jackets,
turd,
10 jackets,
like
then
Ryanair.
take off the jacket, shove them in a corner where no one's looking, and then get a basket of that weight full of stuff and walk out. That's a good idea. That's a good business model. And then sell it back on Amazon. Make the money from it.
Talking about baskets, shopping. How many times you buy a basket that either has no handle on it or just it just like doesn't work,
But
especially trolleys with the dodgy wheel.
yeah, well, I find those the trolleys that you can pull or push, right? You know the kind of they have the four
Oh,
wheels.
in IKEA
They're
and stuff like that, that kind of play
yeah, and they have
type of
them in
thing.
Aldi and Lidl now. And when
Do
they
they?
came, yeah, they do. Well, they do in Wexford.
That's
The
because
one
they
where
probably sell
they're all
like
racked up on top of each other,
bales of
and they
hay
have
and
a
stuff like that,
carrier
do they?
handle, or you flip it, and they have the long handle so you can pull it behind you. Those ones, you know the ones. They're on wheels. You drag them around after you. I always found them very weird. At first because I don't
You've
know. I just
explained it very weird as well, in
yeah,
fairness,
I
but
did, I did. But actually, sorry, I meant to say we just came up with another new idea. We've done it the odd time in our pods,
whether
and this is
Danny
another one.
Glover, a
Danny
bag of
Glover,
bread,
yeah. There was something
soggy
about
biscuits.
curry. I can't remember. There was Stephanie soggy biscuits.
Oh, it was
Um,
curry crisps.
a
No, it was
bag of curry,
curry.
bag of curry. That was it. Yeah. But the newest one now we have is a shop that
No, they've been
that
doing
it
this for
sends you
quite a
the
while.
email straight away. Okay, well we came up with it. I don't care. I'm it's patented. I've already done it while you were
No,
talking.
it's a good idea. With yeah, you kind of Tesco
But
have all your
even in
details
Tesco
anyway.
and Dunn's, they all
Yeah,
have
it's a
your
good idea.
card. Yeah, they should just do it,
Good idea.
and then there's no issue.
But like
And then
Lidl
your
do it
moldy blue
when you
Rockford
buy stuff in Lidl.
lasagna would get it back.
Yeah. Yeah,
When you
but
buy
like
stuff,
if you go to
yes,
Lidl and you
yes,
scan your
yeah.
it automatically email. But the thing is, in the local Lidls in Dublin, I don't know if it's the same. It's actually in a lot of European countries. You need your receipt. You need to scan your receipt to get out of Lidl. Have you got that
What?
down in Wexford?
No.
Yes, there's barriers.
Is
Yeah, I've
this
seen them in
jail? Are
other
you
European.
mixing up Little and jail?
Ah,
Are you actually
the
serious?
no, yeah,
This is
and I've
baffling to me. I honest to
when I
God,
was
I've
in
never heard of
Romania
this.
back in April, it was the exact same idea when I was leaving. You had to scan your receipt to get the barriers to open.
I don't understand the point of that.
I think
What's
some people are stealing. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
but
know.
like you can still
You
have
can steal.
stolen something
Yeah, I
and
know. Yeah,
have I
exactly. Yeah,
buy one apple and have like a keg of beer in your pocket. Do you know what I mean? Like that
yeah,
makes no sense at all. Or not a
yeah.
keg. But well, no,
How big are your
Little
pockets?
actually Little are really good with the receipts. I use the Little app,
Yeah,
so I just get all my receipts sent to that. So that's really good, actually.
yeah,
Yeah, and they're so good at taking stuff back as well. Like 2 years later when it stops working, it's still under the
yeah.
warranty, which
Oh,
is
the
brilliant. Yeah,
silver line or whatever that stuff is going. I bought this microwave. I haven't used it, but it doesn't work. Yeah, we'll take it back. I'm like, great. You can have another
yeah,
one. No, we don't sell them
yeah,
anymore. I'm like, damn
yeah.
it.
And it doesn't matter which shop you bought it in, which is great. Yeah, slightly unhead wrecking. There you go.
Do you know what really wrecks my head? I'm going to change the subject here.
Go on.
When you go for a piss, right, and you finish your piss, and you're wandering around, and 10 minutes later, you sit down, and somehow a little bit of piss comes out the top, out of your Jap's eye, into your boxers, and then you have like a cold, wet
So
bit
cold and
on
wet.
your leg,
Yeah,
and you're going, and then but then you realize, hang on, I'm not going to bother changing my boxers. So for 2 hours, you're sitting on your couch
yeah.
in your piss
Try not to
covered
let that puddle
underwear.
touch your bits. Yeah, Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same equally as well as when you sit down. If you ever sit down, go for a piss, or sometimes you go for a back piss.
Wait, sorry,
Um,
sorry, what? And what and what? If you sometimes sit down and go for a piss,
or a back piss. Even a go down for a middle of the night piss, where you're just too tired, like, oh fuck this, I'm
what's a
gonna sit.
back
Never to sit down.
piss?
It's a
Okay,
shit.
I actually never really get up in the
No,
middle of the
like a
night
front
for a
shit.
piss. Never,
Do you
never. I
not? No.
no,
Yeah,
not no.
it's all ahead of you.
I peep.
In fairness, though, I drink ice cold water, so I think that's right.
What?
Either
What?
way, it
So
doesn't need to be in
okay,
the
so,
middle of the
but
night.
what's a
But either way,
back piss? So okay, so
it's
when
a
you're
shit.
tired, you
You're going for a
sit
shit.
down. You sit down
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
middle. Like okay,
My eyes
I get. I
closed, like,
don't do it, but
because
I
otherwise
get
I'm
it.
gonna piss
Yeah,
in the
I
wall or
get
something.
that.
I'm gonna piss
But,
in the bath
but
or
what's
like
a
something in the sink if it's middle of the night. Eyes
What's a
closed.
back piss? Because immediately when you said a back piss, I'm thinking of you. You sit down, so you're standing up
Like an
to
80s
piss, but
later.
then you just sit down facing the way you are. So
Yeah, an 80s later shit. No, an 80s, remember 80s later from Saved by the Bell? It's basically where you sit
you
with your
sit
legs around the
facing
back of
the
the cistern.
cistern.
Yeah, and
Why?
you do your shit. Because he used to
Why?
always turn the chair around and he said that. No, it's not a real thing, by the way. I'm just kind of clarifying. That's not what it,
Why do you
and
do
yeah,
that, Alan?
yeah, So you sometimes you're going for a shit, and then the front of your knob touches the inside of the ball, and you think you've
Yeah,
every venereal disease going.
absolutely. Even when it's
Absolutely.
your own toilet. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely hate it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
no, definitely when it's my own toilet. I expect other toilets to be ultimately cleaner.
It's absolutely rotten. I hate it. Yeah, it's either a puddle or just why doesn't piss just go in one stream? We're talking about a lot of piss, but like when it just sprays everywhere, you're like, what is that about? What is
But then must be
happening there?
and then half it
It's
goes
like a
on your
forked
foot.
tongue, a fucking snake's tongue, and neither of the ends of the tongue are touching the bowl. They're on the floor either side.
Sometimes
That's why
I
the
sometimes
carpet is
I
so smelly in the bathroom. I need to get
sometimes
rid
I
of the
think my
carpet
piss
in
is
the
like a
bathroom.
lightning bolt.
Yeah,
The way it ultimately comes
yeah.
out.
It's the
But
weirdest thing, isn't it? Yeah. Well, girls don't get it. Did you? They didn't know.
maybe they do. Maybe they do. If anyone can send any videos of them going for a piss,
Yes, please do. Please do. No,
women,
don't.
sorry, just to
Don't.
clarify.
Don't.
Oh,
But if
look
you
at
do
my
have any
piss I'm doing
answers,
here.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that really wrecks my head is the fact that you kind of have to put up with that kind of pissiness. And then there's nothing worse when you're in work and you go to the toilet, right?
but
And you
do you
haven't
not?
pissed on yourself.
Okay,
You've
yeah.
cla you went, well done, so you wash your hands in the sink, but the sink splashes all over your crotch. Wrecks my head. And then you
Oh my God.
walk into the office going, this is not piss.
Yeah.
This is happening. And then you're rubbing it really hard, and people are
Yeah.
like looking at you at your desk going, Alan, we've told you before, you can't be doing it at your desk.
Listen, do you not do a tay-tay on it?
Is that like
Shake
tasting
it
it? No, I know
off.
it's piss.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
But no, but this is when
Oh, come
you've turned
on,
on the
Alan. You
tap.
didn't even laugh. You didn't even acknowledge it. Come on, that was a good one. So let's
Moving
all
swiftly on.
clarify because Alan didn't laugh. Moving swiftly on.
Oh,
I like
you
it. I
missed
didn't
the
know I got
joke.
it. I just did what you did. Motherfucker. So Alan pisses on himself in work and then rubs it down heavily at his desk. So have you ever pissed on yourself in work? I'm just asking for a friend. Have you ever pissed on yourself in work and then were so embarrassed
Framed it
because you
was the
were
sink.
wearing white trousers, well, like, pale trousers, and turned on the tap and deliberately splashed tap water onto your crotch and turned on the dryer for a long time, and then came out going, "Oh my God, the tap splashed all over me. It wasn't piss." Ask him for a friend.
I've never been more aroused by you in my life.
Oh, we spent too much time apart. That's why it is. Yeah, no, that never ever happened to me ever, or in school. It never happened either.
But you,
Um,
why were you wearing white
Not
trousers in
white, but
school?
like,
Why were you in like the boys
no,
to
no.
men school or something like that?
No, actually, that's the one thing about school trousers. It did hide a multitude of sins.
Everything.
The dark trousers. It did, to be
The
fair.
random erection in the middle of
Oh
maths.
my God. When people who don't get random erections don't understand. And this still
Especially
happens
when you're
to
in the
this
bus
day.
and you need
I've
to
got
get
one right
off.
now, you know.
You're getting off the bus and you're like, oh God. And then they're going, all right, we'll have to do a 15-minute walk now because I
Honest
can't
to
get off at
God.
this time.
I know. They're like,
And you're walking off the bus and the top of your knob is dinging along the bell as you walk along. Yeah, Jesus.
hitting people in the ear on the way out. I remember having to hold my school bag in front of my crotch getting off the bus, uh, the whole way through the bus, just so my dick wouldn't hit
Oh,
people in the
that's
head.
why the
Always held
teachers
it in
always
front
had
of
school bags.
me.
Oh,
Yeah. Having to wear a belt. Not that you needed one for your trousers, to
the,
support you when you tucked it up out of the way so people wouldn't see you had a semi. The movement of the bus set you off, didn't
That's
it,
why, yeah, I wore a scarf.
Alan? Yeah, I thought you were going to say skirt.
Hey, look, listen,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. But
And I believe you
Brit
probably did wear a scarf in school as well. I
no, I
have to
didn't.
say, because when I met you
Absolutely.
first, many, 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 many years ago, you had your fashion look going on then. And you still have it to this day. To be fair, you've
Absolutely.
consistently stayed the same for the last 20 years in a good way, fashion wise.
I get complimented all the time. I'm the best dressed person at
Really?
work. And people are like,
I wasn't saying it
all
was
the
a good thing.
time. The old head going, you
No,
always dress well. I'm like, yeah, of course I dress
you
well.
do. You do.
Now,
You
in
do.
fairness, now, you're saying I haven't changed stuff in 20 years. Some of the t-shirts I have are also still the same ones I had from
I
20
am
years
trying
ago.
to, I probably have one as well or two. I know, like,
It says radical.
it says wash me fucking now, throw me out. Yeah, t-shirt, no, no, t-shirts are different. Not talking about that. You can keep t-shirts forever. But yeah, you've
Until you get the
consistently
leathery
been
armpits.
well dressed, and that wrecked my head because I remember starting a job and I felt like I looked like an absolute homeless person next to you. I don't know. I felt like very so. I had to rapidly change my fashion sense, and I think I might have modeled it on you a little bit. If I know that's quite. Probably shouldn't be giving you such a big head, but I think I may have a little bit. My wife's going to die when she hears me saying that, but I don't anymore, Alan. I've got my own thing going on. Okay.
Yet here we are wearing the same color jumper.
Yeah, well, wait. I know. I know. You brought it right back. It's so
Yeah.
true.
I'm wearing a
Oh
shirt
my
though, so it's
God.
all
I
right.
know. I know. I know. I'm wearing a
That's a
work.
real shirt. It's not just a clip-on collar.
It's
This
not a
is right.
shumper. Do you
Oh, is that
remember
what they
that?
call it? A shumper.
That
I would
well,
have called it a jert.
well, I don't know. I came up with that name years ago, a
Oh,
shumper.
imagine what a jert is. Oh, do you know what it is? It's like jumper sleeves on a normal shirt. So it's the breast of a shirt and collars, but it has jumper sleeve. How disgusting would
That
that
sounds
be?
comfortable though at the same time.
No,
Yeah.
you look like you were working in a meat. What are they called? Not an abattoir. What are they called? A
Abattoir? Abattoir. Yeah, where they have like the sleeves of
no.
leather so they don't cut their arms with the
Is
knives.
is abattoir
Abattoir.
not the Chinese version of the blue people living in the water, the water people?
That, for fuck's sake, Alan. Just in case you didn't get, Alan means avatar.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you do. Yeah.
Avatar.
Jesus Christ. Oh no, that's not. That's not a thing. Speaking of abattoirs, uh, let's move on. Oh, Alan, this has been fun. We should do this more often. What do you think?
Well,
Um,
some of us do try to do it more often, Jonathan.
do you know what we should do? We should do a live one from the Oasis concert next year. That'd be funny. People would finally get to meet James. People would finally get to meet
Thank you.
James. There you go. Our fabled friend James. Yeah. Who we still know doesn't listen to these podcasts because he would have mentioned, oh, thanks for mentioning me, lads.
James, your cunt.
Oh, I really hope he listens to this one. Oh, brilliant. Okay, right. Well, we think we have to leave it there. Um, just because we've offended James, and well, at
And
least
the
he
whole
went this
country.
far. Because if I say we leave it here, he's going to turn it off now. So now we can really say what we feel about him. No, we can't. We can't do that. Alan, you've been lovely. You've been wonderful. You've been wearing my jumper. Don't forget to share this podcast if you liked it. And they've updated Spotify again, so the Q&A, you can just like ask us anything on our profile and stuff. It's weird. You can
Go.
it doesn't it's not a question anymore. You can
Please
just
subscribe to
leave you can
us.
leave comments on
Please.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Any comments you want. So do because we actually love hearing them. They're very funny and entertaining and
Yeah.
they keep us going.
And
Um,
also, if you subscribe to us, we get more views. More views means more people will send in stuff that wrecks their
yeah.
head, as
And
opposed to
we
me and John
yeah.
having to think of things up that wreck our head,
Yeah,
which is a
and we
lot. So,
promise we will be more active once we get our life in gear. And yeah, so send us an email if you're too shy. You can remain anonymous. The lads at headrec.com. But yeah, we love reading the emails, and it gives us ideas for things to talk about. Um, especially when people want to
absolutely.
remain anonymous. So thank you for listening, and we shall talk to you soon. I'm off to get my dinner. Alan has had his dinner, which was cookie cereal, and it looked delicious.
It was so good. It was crisp cookie crunch. Anyway, yeah, little cookies.
Enjoy it again because I know you use it again. Okay, bye. See you all next week. Bye.
Slán!